All right, so we're going to do this drill. Inward, backhand, backhand, inward, backhand. Now, when I come to here, I'm going to go punyo, and I'm going to go to hit here, go and block with your hand here, right? So it's called Punyo Mano, but I'm going boom. Now, when I'm coming on the backhand here, I'm going to check, and I'm going to scrape with my punyo, and then I go to hit and I block. Now, what's happening here, just give me the backhand, the number 2 shot right now. I'm blocking. I'm going to rake the eyes and insert in the eye. But I'm not going to do that to my partner. So when he gives me the number 2 shot, I'm just going to, it's a break-in, break-out motion. If you give me an angle 1, this would be my breakout. If you give me an angle 2, this would be my break-in. I see. So when he gives me angle 1, I block. I come up to here, and then I would strike with my punyo. He gives me a number 2, I block, I come in with my punyo strike. It's called Punyo Mano, because your hand. I'm using my hand. Give me the number 2. I block. I come to here. I'm raking, and I'm inserting. I'm standing right there for a second, because I think proximity of this, right here. There we go. If you give me angle 1, I'm blocking. I use my forearm to pass, and I'm checking. When you give me number 2, I'm blocking, and I come this way, and I'm striking. Punyo Mano. So the punyo is the butt. All adult class. Everybody likes a little Filipino butt. The punta is the point, the punta and the punyo. So out of this drill, we go high, low. On this one here, check. Punyo Mano entry, and check it. Okay? Let's go ahead and start with that. Sure. Anybody understand what the 4-wall is? 4 walls? Okay. So Kali is based on many different geometric shapes. One of them is my 4-wall motion, where I'm blocking, and it's the upper lines of the wall and the lower lines of the wall. Now, if you notice, when I'm doing it, I'm holding my wrist. I go inward, right? So my hand is here. Come here, give me an angle 1. You'll find sometimes people will do a supported block like this, but the danger, give me an angle, don't know your numbering system, angle 1 diagonal shot, right? Sometimes they'll block like this with the supported block. If somebody's coming with a powerful shot and it's really going to hurt, some systems will do this. The danger of this is access to your fingers or to your forearm, and it gets destroyed. Yeah. So, how do I reinforce a block without exposing my digits or my elbow? What you do is you take your middle finger, put it around your wrist, your 2 other fingers here, and you support your wrist so that when somebody comes with that big shot and he goes to hit me with that big shot, I have a strong block. So I'm using a 4-wall motion. When he gives me the angle 2, see how I'm supporting it. He gives me angle 2, I roll in, boom, I hit him. Same thing when he gives me angle 1, see how I block, roll in, and I hit, right? So I'm doing that supported motion. Now, if you notice, when I load for my 4-wall, I tend to start like this, right? So I'm going to block this way, or I'm going to block this way on the high line. On the low line, I'm here and I'm here. Okay, so it's a 4-wall, 1, 2, 3, 4. And sometimes the way it's taught, there's high, high, middle, middle, low, low, and it's kind of like 6-wall. And then you have your umbrella, right? Or roof, depending on the system, right? But yes, your roof block. Now, if you notice the way that I do my roof block, again, I support my wrist, and I block this way. I don't want to expose my elbow this way, but I'm providing support here. So, say you're coming with that downward shot, and I go like this, I have that support. Because there's another methodology of doing this, that if he goes with that downward shot, I'll do this. Yeah. and your hand is exposed. So the best way to do that one, if you're going to do it, is block then insert. But may not always, you know, timing, right? And you never want to get it to where, whoops, right? So I kind of prefer, and you kind of put it forward so that it's on the like almost in this little notch here, so that when I block this way and he's coming down with that hard shot, I'm like this. And it's not hitting my bone as much. Now, the wood is making impact into my bone, but that's why I want to have it synced up so it's not like whacking like that. That's why I'm not going like this, bang, right? So the four wall is part of a house, and the roof is here, and it's here, yeah? So the motion for this on the backhand shot, on the backhand, is I'm here, I roll in, I catch, and I strike, okay? Let's practice that in the air so everybody kind of has a feeling for that. So he's coming with the backhand shot, and I'm going to block with my four wall supported. Then I'm going to roll it in, catching the wrist, and then I feed my punyo. Now, when I'm training with a partner, I'm going to exaggerate my motion so they know what's happening to them, and I'm not just going like, because in real life, I would go and stick it in really quick. But we like our training partners, and we want them to come back tomorrow. So make sure that we exaggerate the motion and be a good feeder. So again, I'm blocking this way, rotate it in, grab the wrist, hit with the punyo. Right? Let's work that. We'll go back to this. I'm going to go this way. Now, when I come to here, I'm going to do my breakout motion. For one, yes. Okay. So we're going to switch it to breaking out. On number 2, why is this called breaking in?
You're stepping into this.
Right? When he comes here, why is this called break out?
Outside.
Going to the outside line, yes. Why, I'm going to ask you a question. Why am I having us do it out of this? Instead of going, just give me an angle 2. Give me an angle 1. Energy flow, fight continuum. Is a person going to give me a perfect number 2 and bang, I get it? No. It's going to be out of a fight continuum. The idea that I'm continuously moving, and somewhere in there, I don't know if you guys ever pay attention to a lot of Guru Dan's like training, but a lot of times when we're doing like empty hand drills, Silat drills, you catch the first motion, parry the second motion, and then I get into my more advanced techniques on the third motion. Why do I do that on the third motion, not the first motion?
Timing. You got to figure out what the other party's timing is, right?
MMA fights. Why do all MMA fights start with guys probing each other before they really get into the fight?
What are your moves? Yeah.
I mean, they probably watch training footage of the guy that they're going to fight, right? They've probably had somebody of similar size that they've been sparring with to prepare them for the fight. But why do they start every fight filling out their opponent? What's his actual speed? What's his actual power? What's his actual strength? This guy's pretending to be him, and he's prepared the best I can, but does he have the same fight mindset that the guy I'm fighting does? No, you got to fill him out, right? And the best way to do it is on motion, in the middle of combat. Your best way to deal with an opponent's attack is on the second or third motion. You're not going to get it on the first motion most of the time. You got quick reactions. You might, if you trained it enough, get it on the first motion. Second, you know, you're getting there. Third, now I know his speed and rhythm. What is one of the key components of Jeet Kune Do? Broken rhythm. How do you break a rhythm? You have to know the rhythm. Create a rhythm, break a rhythm. The beginning of the fight, I want to fill him out. Figure out what his rhythm is. And when he gives me a rhythm, then it's time to break that rhythm, right? One of the key Jeet Kune Do teaching philosophy is we teach a principle, break a principle, right? Because how do you learn to break a principle unless you know a principle, right? how do I fight outside of the box? If I define the box, then I break the box, right? So we want to do it on motion in combat, and then I'm going to react to motion in combat. Does that make sense? So we're working on the breakout, which is this one, and I'm breaking out, right? So we're going to go bing, 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 and when I hit here, boom, I break out. Okay? So working on the breakout one now. Dress and undress. What it literally means. And it's a term essentially for when a husband and wife are dressing and undressing. But, you know, tie and untie, right? I'm tying and I'm untying. The way that I like to do hubud is
Are we doing strike?
just punyo strike. Okay. Yeah, give me punyo. I like to move to the outside line. Block, move to the outside line. I want to move to the outside line. We should circle each other when we do it, not play patty cake. Block, pass, check, patty cake, baker's man, bake me a cake as fast as I can, right? So the feed is your hubud, the entry. We're not getting into hubud, but it's, so when I break out, my stick is here, so then I feed for hubud. When I break in, the stick is here, I feed my backhand shot. Make sense? Yep. So let's work on the breakout. Stick Dumog. I'll demonstrate standard Dumog with a stick. Give me an angle 1. I'm going to do something where I do this kind of motion. I'm going to do something where I break in and I come here and I do this kind of motion. Standard stick Dumog. What do you do when a person is resisting and fighting and non-cooperative? How do you do stick Dumog? Any ideas? Sure, that works. Yeah. Make them a little brain dead so that, so yeah, whack. And then go hit me now and I'll do my fancy Dumog. Good for demonstration. All right, so out of the drill we were doing, so back to this drill. We're gonna do one of our entries. And when I break out, what I want you to do, insert this back here behind his back and clinch with the stick, right? So now, go ahead and hit me with your stick. Yeah? What happened? That stick Dumog, in the context of a guy who's actually fighting me, how do I get there? In the middle of a fight, he goes to hit me, boom, I get in. And what am I doing with my stick? I'm tying up the body, it's stick clinch. Yep. We have various stick clinches, right? And I'm gonna, on the outward entry, I'm just getting my hands here, so I'm gonna stick this here. You guys understand kind of like seatbelt when I come to grappling here? This is seatbelt with a stick. Seatbelt here. Hand is in the neck here. And the hand is at the hip here. And I pull this in tight. Look at the arm with the weapon hand. Where's his weapon arm at over here? Not very effective, huh?
Nope.
Right? So, stick Dumog, street grappling, right? I'm going to do it this way. So, I break out, I come to here, boom, I come to this position. I have different options. One I like, shoot my hand back, step across, and you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You good?
I was a wrestler, so.
So we're here. I come to this position. Kind of depends. I like to be a little more here. Now watch the throw.
Yep.
Go from here to here. Get my hips in. Get him up, boom. Okay. You good at a good fall? Boom. You good? Nice. You tried to wrap my legs up. Good try. So I'm here. I come to this position. Right?
You also got a knee to the groin right there.
Yeah, there's all that kind of stuff too. We're just dealing with the grappling right now. But yes, I can bang.
I'm just used to.
Also, I'm
used to Glenn.
Bang, headbutts. Great. For the throw, I throw my hand back, come across, and boom, he's here. What happened? He went to choke.
That works.
Because he tried to get out of it. Okay? So what are we going to do? Bang. When I go to the outside, this can be an abanico. And then a shoot to here. And then grab it. Watch. I'm a grappler, right? I want to get my head in, and I want to control.
Because you need to tie up that shoulder.
Yeah.
Right?
He's also taking my center away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Taking all my...
And then we have a Sotogari. Boom. So from the outside, I break out. Abanico. Come to here. I'm going to have you guys do the Sotogari throw. Yeah. I step, hamstring to hamstring, boom. And he falls, bang. Right?
A lot of follow through.
Now, question. In a street grappling situation, I'm dealing with weapons, multiple opponents. Do I go with him to the ground?
No.
Do I go with him to the ground?
Throw him to the ground.
Yes.
Opponent would be better. But
Sure. Yeah. But do I go to the ground with him?
no.
There was a study of 400 street fights. Of 400 street fights, only 30% of them went to the ground in a way that grappling would be effective. Two primary methods of grappling were effective. And only, I think it was 4 or 5 submissions. In BJJ, we say a lot of arm locks and chokes and stuff. Submissions. 400 fights, less than 1% was finished with a submission. What are the 2 methods you think that a fight was finished in a street fight?
Head to ground. Nut shot.
Head to ground?
And nut shot, yep.
Does that end the fight?
No, it isn't anymore. Now it's over.
So grappling. Grappling. In the context of grappling, where it would be effective in a street fight, you said
Head to ground.
head to ground. A throw that causes percussive damage so that they don't continue to fight. Let's redefine that one. What do you think the second grappling method that was effective was? Remember, submissions is less than 1%. So in those 400 street fights, how many times was submission done? Less than 1%. So what was the second effective one?
Head stop, a broken bone, broken arm.
Ground and pound.
Ground.
Get to a position of advantage and ground and pound. So of those, the 30 fights, 60% of them were finished by a throw that knocked him out or knocked his wind out, and he had no will to fight. The other 40%, roughly, minus the few submissions, the guy got on top and beat him until he stopped fighting. Those are the ways in a, I guess, unscientific study of street fights. I mean, because how do you scientifically study street fights? I mean, it's CCT footage and stuff like that. So I mean, it's like you can't organize a street fight when somebody's attacking you and be like, let's study this, right? You got to find the CCT footage and then you got to study what happened and what worked. So the reason I say that is that I want to do a throw that I hit him with the floor. Mm-hmm. Or I want to do it with a throw that I hit him with the wall or a table or a chair. And in the percussive part of it, I take him out. We're not going to do the percussive part. We're going to work on a Sotogari. So again, from the outside, boom, I break out, abanico, shoot in, step behind. And how would I make an Sotogari percussive? Do it in such a way to lift his body up that his head goes down really hard, yeah? But we're not going to do that.
Right. But you follow that to the ground?
No.
Okay.
Do not go to the ground. And
Head down first, though. That's good.
Yeah.
if I do kickstart a bike, right? I need to have the balance to stay standing while I do it, right? Partner up and let's work on this, and I'll come around to help you guys with it. Come here. So on the back end, the number 2, I'm going to break out, I rake the eyes. I'm going to come and I'm going to stick my hand here and I'm going to pull. Notice where my head is. It's in the shoulder again, and I have control. Takedown is body fold takedown. Anybody know jiu-jitsu? Okay.
Body fold takedown?
Yeah. Body fold takedown is essentially, I'm going to fold your body and then I'm going to drive you down. And I fell down with you because I was awkward. But yes. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. We get to here. Bang, I rake. Going to go behind him and I'm going to create a nice little seat belt. See how I'm synced up and I'm synced up? I'm here. Now my head is here. I'm going to pull this into me. I'm going to drive my shoulder forward. And down he goes. Body fold takedown.
Nice.
Right? So on the number 2, rake. Bang. I can abanico if I want. Come to here. Now notice my position as I get to it. This is a grappling position. And I'm going to come to here, and I'm going to pull this tight, and then I'm going to fold, drive him down to the ground. He's going to fall on my stick, tweak his back. Let's try to pull our sticks out before that happens, right? So, boom, bang. I come to here, clinch. Notice the handlebars, how I want to sync this up. I come to here, pull it in, drive your shoulder forward, pass center. Throwing principles. Kind of stand like this. Now imagine in the middle there's like a center point. Anytime I break this center point, it's okay, he's going to go down, right? When I break the center point that way, he goes down.
Yeah.
Most throws, you're breaking that, once he goes past center, whoa, right? If I'm doing a Silat where I go hit throw like that, I'm breaking the center, right? Of course, I'm trapping this foot so it doesn't move, and then I'm pushing that past center, and that's how he goes down. Body fold takedown is the same principle, and I'm going here, pulling in and get him over that center, and down he goes. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So on the number 2, the backhand shot, bang, I'm here. I can give him an abanico, come to here. Notice where my hand is, right? And then I'm here. And I grab and I drive. Boom. And I let him meet the ground. Right? Let's work on that. Come here. We're going to go back to the same drill. And we're going pop, pop, pop. And then I'm going to access this. And boom, down he goes. Have a nice day. The good thing about this, without the stick, single leg takedown, I got to get down here to my leg. The thing about the stick, this leg forward, you don't have to have a stick. I can basically stand up, go boom. I have access to it without having to expose my neck to guillotine.
Great.
He's going for single leg, boom, right? I don't have to do that. That's why when we're doing the drill, grab your stick. We're going bang, bang, bang. Notice it's, well, go ahead and hit the stick. It's here. Notice where his weapon is right now. Boom, bang. I'm capturing the weapon. So it would be on a low shot, right? That's why I'm doing it here. I shoot in and get this tied up. Now, let me talk about single leg takedown without a stick, so then we know how to do it with a stick, right? Yeah, go ahead. So, hands up. I'm gonna do Toksao, pop up, and I'm gonna go in. Okay. Everybody work on a mukjang, a wooden dummy? Yeah. Toksao is,
Lift up.
Essentially it's this motion, going like that. It's a grappling move in Wing Chun. Nice. Why do I do this? To get a takedown. So his hands are here, because if I go down, what's he gonna do? He's gonna guillotine, choke, elbow, sprawl. There's all kind of choices. Hands are up, I go boom, and then I access it. So that his hands are occupied with a different motion. I send him up, I shoot in. Now, When I go for the single, I pinch and I pull it up. Notice how my knees come together, and I'm pinching this, and then I turn out, and I drop him, right? Now, we'll go to standard wrestling single, and that would be coming to this position. Why would I not want to do that in the street? Does what to your knee? Yeah. So I'm going to talk Sao and access it here, pop it up, pinch my knees, and I sink it up. I rotate out and drop him here. Right here, I have leg lock options, right? But we're not going to get any leg locks yet. With the stick. I want you to understand that motion so I understand when I'm doing this. Remember, it's on the low, shoot it in. Catch the leg, pinch it up, turn it out. Boom.
Oh, that's brutal.
Right? Now I have
That's brutal.
stick Dumog. Right? Boom, I'm up. Get it down. Right? Depending where his leg is. Oh, shit. My glasses. You put these down because they're coming loose. Right? So, I'm here. Boom, down. Right? See.
Well, it wouldn't necessarily be a submissive move.
No, but actually, I'm just showing that for fun.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, get out of there.
Straight up.
I get him down. Boom.
Keep going.
Have a nice day.
Like you said, you're not going to sit there and try to get that 1%.
In a street fight, do I want to go to the ground with him?
Because there's multiple players.
Yes. Yes. I don't want to commit to the ground because if I commit to the ground,
Somebody else is coming.
I'm going to ground and pound you. And I can tell you 3 high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts that I know when they were black belts in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu got in street fights. They got multiple opponents. What did they do? Take this guy on, and I start to take him down and submit him. What are his friends doing to me? Yeah. Now, he gets that guy, he taps, he gets up and has to deal with the other guy. How do you feel after the first one? You're getting kicked and punched and stuff, right? You're worn out, you're tired. It's not an effective way to deal with multiple opponents. So I don't want to commit to the ground, and I only showed you that just for the fun of it. If I get him down, right, I'm going to drop him, get my hits, leave the scene. The icing on the cake. Some stuff we do for fun, skill development, not going to be what you do in a street fight. So I'm trying to wrestle with him, submit him. His friends are coming. They have knives, they have sticks, they have a gun. Not going to work well. So we go bing, 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 shoot it in, pinch up, turn it out, drop him. Boom. Right? For us, some people with injuries, pinch, get it up, turn. Get that basic motion. If they're comfortable with getting dropped on their butt, do that. Again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, shoot. Okay?